Okay, good morning, everyone. So in last class, what we have discussed, we will revise that one. So in the last class, we understood about test design phase and requirement phase we had discussed. Okay. So the main point we had discussed is how do you ensure that you are covering all the testing? I had given requirements. How do you ensure that you are covering all the functionalities of a system or of an application? So this is the question people will ask. So what is the answer we have to tell? We will use the test scenarios walkthroughs and we will take formal sign off from the BA and design team. And if something is not covered, we will incorporate their review comments so that everybody will be on the same page. Okay. And we can also prepare RTM. RTM means requirement traceability matrix. It is nothing but mapping of requirements and test cases so that it's easy to understand the client which of the requirement got passed, failed, no run, not completed, blocked. So it's easy to understand for the client as well. So these are the two things we can ensure that we are covering all the functional aspect of the system. So that client also can understand. Okay. So can anybody tell me what is the RTM template? RTM template. In the RTM template, yesterday we had discussed requirement ID, requirement description, requirement coverage, test case ID, test case execution status. Test case ID and test case execution status. If these two test cases got passed, then corresponding requirement coverage we are updating passed. If one of the test case got failed, the overall status of the requirement we are making as failed. Okay, that's what we understand. Okay, what is the test case template? Test case ID, test objective, step number, description, expected result. Okay, so these are the 5 test case template. And what is the test scenario template? Test scenario ID, test scenario objective, test case ID, test case objective. Correct? Okay. So yesterday what we have discussed how to write the test cases. Query lag tracker we had already discussed, right? So okay, query lag tracker it's not that much important. Okay, what I'm telling. So how to write the test cases? That is the part we want to discuss today. Okay. So I'm logging into this application. I'm going back to recruitment module. So I want to create a new candidate. So let's click on add button. So I want to enter details. Okay. So Sudhakar, last name PH, vacancy, some senior QA lead. Type here. PH2024@gmail.com. Contact number 9294052 submit. Okay. And I have to upload my resume. Okay, let's go to downloads and I'm uploading one resume. Okay. And I'm uploading the resume. And keywords. What are the keywords? Keywords is Selenium, manual testing. Okay, right. Date of the application, today's date by default it's long, and senior QA position. And consent to keep data. I'm selecting this one. Okay. So I entered all these details. I can do two things. Either I can click on cancel or I can click on save. So my flow is I want to click on save and let's go to that side. Okay, let me click on save. I'm not clicking on cancel. So the record got created. Sudhakar TH record got created, and hiring manager details it's not populated still. Okay, and what is the status of this application? Application initiated. Okay, application initiated means HR user they have logged in and they have uploaded a file, and I can log in as a technical lead, technical evaluation I'm doing. So the interviewer will join into this, will navigate to the same record, and he can click either reject or he can click on shortlist. Okay. So here, what are the test cases that we can derive now? First one is application initiated. AC01 application initiated. So this is one flow. Is there any other flow we identified? Application initiated and click on cancel. What it has to happen? It is a different flow. Cancel means it should not create any of the record. We have to test that. If I'm clicking on cancel also, if the record got created, it's an issue. Okay. So we have to test two functionalities. One is save and another one is cancel. So we have to identify two tests. Okay. After clicking on save, the application status is updating to application initiated. Okay. So this is second test. Okay. So after application initiated, okay, if I will click on shortlist, what will happen? The status we need to change. So suppose I am a technical evaluation I'm doing. Okay, so I came to this record. I'm clicking on shortlist, and I have to provide my information. Is good. Is good. Let's move to next one. So my comments, okay, and my current status is application initiated. So now what I have to do, either I have to do save or cancel. So let me click on save. Application is very slow. Hello. Second. So the record got, it is got created. So the application status, application initiated to, what is the status it will update is initiated to shortlisted. Correct. So this is TC03. So application initiated to, if I have to test it for cancel as well. And click on cancel. Click on cancel. Application initiated and click on cancel. So this flow also I have to test it. So application initiated to shortlisted. Okay, the record got created. Okay. So I want to write a test case for this one. First, I want to write for application initiated to click on save. This is the step. So for this one, I want to write the test case. Okay, let's go to write the test case. So I want to write the test case. Okay, let me insert level. So I'm going to insert a few rows here. So to insert a row, just we need to click on insert. Okay. So what is my test case? This one, application, click on save. Application initiated, click on save. This is my. So what is the objective of my test case? Verify HR user can able to submit the record, submit the candidate details, and status is updated to application initiated. So this is the one, this is the point I want to prove it. Okay, initiated. So the test case objective what we are going to prove with HR user we have logged in and step number one. Okay, step number one. So what is the first step I need to write? I have to log in. Okay, so this first step is common. Okay, I copied. Next one, step two, what I need to write? So I navigated to home page, right? After home page, what is the thing? What I am doing? Click on recruitment module. So on the left hand side, I'm writing click on recruitment. User navigated to. You should be navigated to candidate page. Right. Step three, what I need to write? Click on add button. Left hand side, always you have to write action only. Click on add button. User should be prompted to enter candidate details form. Step 4. Step 4, what I need to write? Enter all below details and click on save. Enter all below details. So we have to specify. Right now I'm not specifying. Enter all below details and click on save. After clicking on save, then what we have to check? Candidate record will be created and displayed in the candidate details will be created. It will be saved and status updated to application initiated. Candidate details will be saved. Candidate details should be saved successfully. And status updated to application initiated. Okay. Next. No, that is different test case. My test case is up to here only. No? First one is up to here. When I come to this flow, I have to write steps relevant one. Okay. So now application. Now step 5 is I need to do logout. Click on welcome and log out. User should be logged out and success. So These 5 steps are indicating this one, application initiated. Correct, right? So we understood how to write the test case for this one. So now let me write another test case. So let me add few more lines, just insert. So what is my test case now? So this one, okay, this one I want to write it. Okay, let me do. What I need to write? Verify HR user. Tell me, HR user can able to HR user.
Able to shortlist.
1 second. So voice coming very low. Okay. Verify user. Verify when HR user clicks. Verify applications. Verify candidate information. Candidate status updated from application initiated to shortlisted. Here you need to write one more thing, important point. Okay, so I am mentioning like this. Alt enter. I'm pressing Alt enter. I'm pressing Alt enter here. So here you need to write important point is very important. Okay, so you can write it like this. This is very most important. Okay, let me write this. Prerequisite. Prerequisite. Candidate status. Select candidate status, which is already submitted. Candidate status is in application initiated status. Prerequisite means, so for this test case, the test data, prerequisite test data condition. Test data condition is prerequisite. What is the prerequisite? So to test this test case in the system, there should be a record, the candidate status, which is in application initiated status. So first 2 steps I have to write it. Okay, I navigated, and step 3, what I need to write? Step 3, what I have to write? So still this is going on. Okay. Step 3, what I need to say, what I have to write? Click on, okay, click on existing record. Correct, right? This is not new. The new test case we have already done. Click on existing candidate whose status in application initiated. So you no need to write creation steps again. Click on existing candidate, okay, whose status in application initiated. హలో ఇక్కడే ఉన్న ఆఫీస్లో ఉన్నా, ఇక్కడ మాదాపూర్ ఆఫీస్లో ఉన్నా. వచ్చా. So application initiated. Click on existing candidate whose status is in application initiated. And so user is navigating. User should able to view. User should able to view shortlist and reject buttons. Correct, right? So the moment when I will click on that record, user should able to view shortlist and reject buttons. Okay, step 4. Click on shortlist. See, on the left hand side, always I'm writing action only. The action result I'm writing right hand side. Okay. So user status should be updated. Candidate details should be updated. Updated. Application should be updated to shortlisted.
Hello.
Yes, yes.
Sir, can you do simultaneously at the time, sir?
Simultaneously.
Sir, at a time, practical and those writings.
Yeah. See, because application is it's rotating continuously here. You understood the two test cases.
Yes,
The first one is just we have created application initiated, and second one is so in the third step what I did, click on existing candidate whose status in application initiated. So user should be able to use shortlist and reject buttons, and click on shortlist button. So candidate details should be updated to shortlisted status, and click on welcome and done. So this is the steps we so the objective of this test case is we full application initiated to shortlisted, it was done. That's it. So on the left hand side you always you have to write action, and on the right hand side you have to what is the action result. Okay, so make sure here prerequisite means what kind of test data you have to select, you have to mention. So in step 3, test data condition for step 3, you can write it if you want. So that if somebody is executing your test case, they can easily understand. Okay, in step 3, I have to select the candidate which is candidate status which is in application initiated status. They can understand. And in order to execute this test case, okay, in order to execute this test case, if there are no records, application initiated, if there is no records, what tester has to do? He has to create test data, just like I have created application initiated. So after that, he will navigate and he will click on that. So prerequisite means what is the test data should be ready to execute your test case. In some of the people they will also follow the one of the column called prerequisite. They will add like this prerequisite. Okay, in step 1. So here I included here. So some people they might write like this as well. Prerequisite means so they can understand. So prior to execution of this test case in the system, it should contain the records of application initiated details. If it is not there, our job is we have to create that record so that only I can execute this test case. Understood everyone what is meant by prerequisite? Prerequisite means that the test data or that condition must have to satisfy so that only I can execute this test case. In case if these records are not present, we have to create the test data in the system. Okay. So some people they will tell what is the test case template means test case ID, test case objective, prerequisite. Better you can tell prerequisite. Okay, nowadays people are separating that column. Prerequisite, step number, description, and expected result. Okay, so in case for this test case, is there any prerequisite is it required for this test case? Creation of there is nothing. So there is we can say there is no test data preparation for this because we don't have any dependency for this test. Let's leave it as blank. So, but for this test case in the system, it must have to contain the records, application initiated records. So, because in step 3, I'm mentioning that point. Understood everyone how to write the test cases? Okay, on the left hand side, make sure you are writing action. On the right hand side, action result. So, always on the left hand side, your job is Okay, enter below details and click on save. I am writing. Okay, enter below details and click. So wherever details section is coming, enter all the below details and click on save. You have to complete the action. Okay, enter all below. User should able to enter below details. That's not correct. After entering all details, we are clicking on save. Let's complete the action result on the right hand side. Okay, so whenever if you are writing the test case, okay, that your test cases will be reviewed by your team member in the team. Okay, that phase we can call it as a peer review. In testing terminology, we can call it as a peer review. So the peer review means the team member, we can call it as a, in testing terminology, that your team member, we can call it as a peer. Peer means whoever is working with you. So the test cases internally reviewed. So peer reviews are nothing but internal reviews. So whether you are writing action and action result or not, action and action result. So in this format, whether you are writing the test case or not, it will be reviewed by your team member. So that we can call it as a peer reviews. Okay. And external reviews. External reviews means these are the test case steps and this is the test objective we are fulfilling, right? So same thing, it will also reviewed by business analysts and designers. Means they are not our team. They are not part of our testing team. So the test cases are reviewed by BA and designers and clients. So we can call it as a external reviews. Internal reviews means peer reviews. External reviews means the test cases are reviewed by BA and designers or client people. Okay, so external reviews. So like that, we have to write the test cases. Is everyone clear how to write the test cases? Okay, these are the test cases. It will be given to automation testing team and they will start their work. How to automate these methods, these functionalities. Okay, so the first job is manual testing team. They have to write the test cases. They are writing these test cases based on test scenario template, whatever test cases they have written for every test case, corresponding steps we are writing like this. Okay, so that's on the test case preparation part, how to write the detailed steps for every test case. So whenever any dependency in the test case, you have to mention prerequisite part. Okay, right. In case, sir, there is no application to initiate. I had given this test case, and you came across while I had given this test case to prepare test execution evidence. Sir, in my system there is no application initiated records. What I have to do? You should not ask this question to your team member. You have to create test data, and after that, the step 3 record, step 3 you have to perform. Okay, so here prerequisite means this the test data record must have to present in your application. Then only this test case can be executable. Okay, right. So then only we can prepare the test execution evidence for this test case. So now we understood. Okay, now let me come back to the document.
Sir,
So
isn't this hello?
yes, yes.
Sir, isn't this test case will be on that BRD documents are prepared by the BA? Then why you are writing it like in the
BRD documents. SCC. One good question. See, in the business analyst, he will write the complete information in a paragraph. In a paragraph, his application initiated, shortlisted. He is giving summary of the functionality. From that summary of the functionality, what we did in the first phase, we identified that scenario and combination of test cases we derived. And each test case function flow, how to test it, we are writing detailed steps. So if you want to test the functionalities, what are the list of the functionalities to be tested and what are the combination of scenarios are there? It is not elaborated in the document. Your job is as a tester, once you join in the organization, your job is you have to list out all the functionalities. So you have to list out all the scenarios and test cases. This is the main job of the tester in any of the organization. So the business analyst, he will give this much of paragraph information. From that paragraph, we need to identify 5 scenarios, and each scenario might contain 2-3 test cases, 4-5 test cases. So every test case functionality, how you are going to test it. So the client will ask. So the client can go through these test cases and he will understand, oh, this functionality is testing like this. The tester is navigating like this. Oh, so he can get some idea. Client, how the functionality want he told, and how you have to navigate, which screen you have to navigate. We are writing detailed steps. These steps also useful to client as well. He had given summary of paragraph information, but in the application, which module he has to navigate, which module where he has to click, that detailed information testing team is providing to client, so that it can be helpful how to perform this particular scenario. Suppose in an Amazon application, how to perform refund. So you are navigating to different screens. So the client told, I want refund process. That's it only. But how to navigate these detailed steps are given by testing team only. So tomorrow, if client want to perform this scenario, by going through our steps, they can understand the system, and they so my application should work like this. He told a paragraph information. So we are detailing every step we are writing that. So that's why business requirement document is differs to test case. Test case is a detailed steps. These much detailed information, it won't be there in the BI. So whatever application knowledge, whatever experience that you have, based on that, you have to write actions and action results. So this is the main role as a tester in the organization. Okay. You got the point, right, guys? Somebody had asked out.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay.
So for the prerequisite, can you show in a practical set that from the number 7 that's shortlisted?
The record got created. I can show you. See that. So application reinitiated means, okay, 1 second. So if the record, see, nothing is there. I clicked on recruitment module, is navigated to candidate page. Click on existing candidates whose application status is now. So there are some list of records. One candidate is initiated, one candidate is rejected, one candidate is hired. So there are so many records in the list view. So I have to select that record, or I have to click on that record so that I can navigate. You got the point, guys?
Okay.
So that is the functionality. So click on the existing candidate whose status in the application initiated means. So we have to select the existing record. So in the list view, there are some list of records. Just we have to click on that record so that you can so that that particular record details can be we can able to see. That's it. That is what I had written simply. User should able to view shortlist and reject buttons on the candidate page.
I have a doubt.
Got the point, everyone?
Yeah, I have one doubt.
Yes.
Actually, when we are going to the navigating the page, we are getting the syncing. Means there is error. So suppose in general. So that one when we are making the report, when we get the error, we need to highlight that to developer so that error is
Yeah,
syncing.
I'm coming to that point. Suppose this is test design phase. Okay, this is test design phase. The next phase I'm going to tell that point only. So now everyone is clear. Okay, so this is these are the test case. This is the test case. Now I want to do test execution phase. Test design phase, for each test case we have written detailed steps for all the test cases, whatever I had identified. So the test design phase, it might take 1 week. Okay, and in the second week, the next phase is test execution phase. Test execution phase means, so let's create a Word document. So what is my test case name? This one. Because the client want to understand based on my name. So let's give the Word document name. Okay, and let's go to Word document. So here I want to paste all the relevant screenshots. Okay. Okay, now let me open the orange HRM. So from login page onwards, okay, let me click on print screen button. So in the keyboard, there is a print screen button is there. So I'm clicking on that. Okay. So sometimes actually we no need to do like this. Automatically snapshot it will be captured and control V. So the first snapshot, I pressed control print screen and after that I'm doing control V. So the first snapshot. So after clicking on login action result, it's navigated to home page, right? So this is the one. So let me click on print screen button. Okay. Let me paste. Next test. So after that, what is my test? What is my step 2? I have to click on recruitment module so that I can able to see the candidate list. So I'm able to see the previously somebody has asked application initiated. So this is the record you want to select it and you need to click on here view button so that we can able to see shortlist and rejected candidates. See shortlist and reject. That's what somebody had asked. So this is called list view. List view means some list of records. Okay, right. This page we can call it as a search center. What we can call any of the application we can see search center. Whatever records you want to filter out, just select this one and click on search. So that in the list view you can get corresponding records. So that is called search center. For any of the application it contains search center. Even Amazon, Flipkart, wherever. Okay, search center functionality is common for every applications. List view means it contains some different types of list of records. Okay, now what I'm telling. Okay, I want to select. I want to do add button. Add button. So step 2 is navigated, and I want to click on add button. So after clicking on add button, so this is the form page. It's navigated. So let's take print screen. And paste it here. Okay, once after entering the details, again take print screen and paste that Word document here. Okay, and after that, so you entered all the details, and finally application initiated. That record got showing in the system status. So again, you can print screen and save the record. Okay, so let's close this document, and I'm closing. So I can share this test execution evidence to client. Okay, or I can place this document in a SharePoint because whenever client will get chance, he will navigate to that SharePoint or Google Drive and he can open this Word document. Okay, application initiated. Let me check the last screenshot whether the candidate details has been updated to application. He won't check all the screenshots. Some clients they can refer all the screenshots. Okay, so the objective of the test case is the candidate status it has. So this test case is related to application. So this is the evidence. Now I am executing another test case. Let's create another Word document and let's go to the test case. This one, this is my test case. Okay. So let's give rename it to shortlisted. So in this one and this one, I will navigate to login page and I will click on. So for step 3, so recruitment candidates. So application initiated record, right? So where is that? So I have to select this one and this is the screenshot I want to capture. So let me click on print screen. So in this one, I'm selecting existing application initiated screen. So I have to capture all the screenshots from login to because it contains 5 steps, but I'm keeping third step onwards. Okay. And after that, click on this record. So user should be able to view reject and shortlisted. So let's take print screen. After clicking on shortlist, okay. After clicking on one second, 2 times it's got posted. So after clicking on shortlist, what it has to support to, so I'm clicking on shortlist. So it is asking the details. Let's click on save. So I have to take the snapshots actually, whatever screen has been populated, because that step I need to include. Provide the technical review comments and click on save. That step is missed in my test case. Understood? So that also we need to add it. So click on shortlist. After that, I need to include one more step. Enter the panel, enter interview panel comments. Interview panel comments. And click on save. Correct? Click on save. Click on updated to shortlist. Click on shortlist. You just this step I have to write it here. Click on shortlist. User should be navigated to enter panel comments section. Panel comment section. This point I have to write and can able to see save and cancel buttons. So this point I have to write. After clicking on shortlist, it's not now directly navigating to shortlisted. So this user should navigate to panel comment section and can able to see save and cancel button. Okay. Enter interview panel comments and click on save. Candidate details with. So I have to drag this number. Okay. When you drag like this, automatically number will be updated. Okay. So step 4, step 5, step 6. So like that you have to write the test case. So all the relevant steps I captured and so my Word document is ready and I'm saving. So these are the 2 Word documents. I can place it in a common shared folder. So this phase, first week 1, we will write test scenarios, first 1 or 2 days. And the next 2-3 days, we will write detailed steps for every test case. And 5th day, in the week, first week of the 5th day or the 4th day, we will share these test scenarios. On the first day, what will be test scenarios? These test scenarios and test cases we had given walkthrough on 2nd day. We have taken sign off and approval from B and designer. Yeah, you have identified and you have incorporated all the review comment scenarios and testing. 2nd day onwards, you are writing details test cases. You have to complete it. And 4th day, you shared these test cases. Okay, internal reviews and external reviews. They already, yeah, you have covered all the things perfectly. They reviewed to whatever Excel sheet you have written. Okay, whatever Excel sheet that we have written, please find the attached Excel sheet that I have covered all the below test cases. Can you please review it and confirm it? We sent a mail to B and designer. The business analyst or designer, they replied, yeah, the test cases are perfectly fine. It's covering all the functionalities. I am satisfied. So you have taken formal confirmation from their side. Okay. So for today, peer review internal and external reviews got completed. Means in the first week, all the test preparation got completed. On the 2nd week, Monday, your job is for every test case, you have to prepare these Word documents. This phase we are calling as a test execution phase. So all the relevant snapshots we are capturing in the. So these evidences we are keeping in a common share point so that clients can log into that one and they can able to access this every document. Maximum they can check last screenshot one. Last screenshot they can check. Got it? So like that. So like that. So like that we can write the test cases. So everyone understood how to write the test case steps. So the exercise for everyone is you can go through this recruitment document. I will share this recruitment Orange HRM document, and you can also try the open Orange HRM URL. Okay, that you are writing completely all the test cases for recruitment module. For recruitment module, you can write as much as test cases. If you want, you can open the application URL, ensure that you are covering all the functionalities. First, go through that. Based on requirement document only, you have to identify the test scenarios, not based on the application. Don't go through the application. Okay, based on the document only, you need to write the test scenarios and test cases. And step 2, you need to write details. You can do this exercise only for recruitment module candidates information. Okay, I will keep this document in the SharePoint in the Google Drive. You can access it and do this exercise. Whoever will do this exercise, they will only get survive in the organization and get it review your test cases with me. Okay, so that 100% you can able to survive in any of the organization. If you are able to write the test cases for recruitment module candidates, 100%, 200% you can able to survive in manual testing. Once you join in the organization, the main activity for the tester is writing of test scenarios and test cases. Execution can be done even 10th class guy also, because just by going through the steps, we are keeping the steps. Anybody can do. Okay, the pay scale, the monthly pay and everything they are giving, only your job is to write the test scenarios and test cases. Execution can be done by anyone. Okay, right. Now the third phase we completed. Requirement phase we completed. Design phase we completed. Test execution phase we understood. In test execution phase, we are taking the snapshots in a Word document for every test case specific. And after test, during test case execution, if something is not working, suppose let's say assume, click on save. Candidate details should be, so where is the test case? Okay. Enter all the below details and click on save. Candidate details should be saved and status updated to application initiated. The expected result is this one. Okay, let me delete few more steps here.
So for the test case, we have to write in Excel, right?
Yes, we have to write it in Excel. See, there are 3 columns left: actual result, status, and defect ID. Understood? During test design phase, we will update these columns data only. During test execution phase, these are the steps will be updated for every test case. So in the second week, you have to update all the steps. So actual result. Okay, so it's working as expected. So this first action result, user should be navigated to home page. It's got a working as expected, and status you can mark it as pass. So you no need to mention any defect ID. So then next step, working as expected, and you made it as pass. Working as expected. But last step, it's not, system is not working. So after clicking on save, something went wrong. Okay, system is prompting. Please contact administrator. Users, where is this one? So status should be updated to application initiated. This is what we are expecting from the system. After clicking on save, what we are expecting, candidate status should be updated to application initiated. But after clicking on save in the system, I'm getting an unwanted pop-up message. System is prompting, please contact administrator. This is an unexpected result. So at this particular step, whatever is happening in the system, let's write it as the actual result. Actual result means whatever is happening, just we have to write it. Expected result means what we are expecting from the system. What we are expecting from the system. But actual result is different. Actual result in the system is behaving differently. So system is prompting, please contact administrator. So if there is any deviation between expected result and actual results, let's make this step as failed. Got it? And when the step got failed, you have to mention the defect ID 1108. So and so issue 1108. Okay. So next step we cannot able to proceed. Anyway, let's keep no run. By default, every step. Okay. By default, every step initially it will be in no run. Okay. It will be in no run. Means blank cell means it is no run by default. So if you working as expected, if you are writing, just you need to write pass. But here it is got failed. We cannot complete it no pass or failed because here only we got stuck. Okay, let's make this color as red. So somebody will review. Oh, so and so issue got occurred at step 4 and tester had reported an issue 1108. They can understand. So if something went wrong, we have to update what are the fields, actual result, status, and defect ID. Defect ID we are populating only when the step is failed. Otherwise, let's leave it as blank because there is that functionality is working fine. Okay, so here like that. And how to report 1108 issue in the system, because the developer has to know how to report a defect to the developer, how you will log the defect. So to log the defects, people will use HPALM tool, test management tools people are using, HPALM or Jira tools people are using. What are the tools? HPALM or Jira tools. In the companies, people are using this software to log the defects. Okay, so once you log into with your login credentials, you will be navigated to home page. There is a defects tab will be there. You have to click on that defects tab, and after that you will be prompted a new button. When you click on new button, it will prompt you some list of fields. Please enter defect ID, defect description. So what are the fields it will be populated? So how to report a defect? Suppose this particular step got failed. How to report a defect 1108? So that part I am going to tell you now. Okay, let me tell you that. So the entry point during test execution phase, what we are updating? What we are updating for every test case? Actual result, status, defect ID. Defect ID we are populating only when the particular step is failed. Otherwise, we are leave it as blank. Okay, if the expected result is working fine, then we are writing working as expected. Okay, if something went wrong, we have to write whatever is happening in the system, and we have to make it as failed. Okay, let's come back to defect. All right, sheet number 6 is related to defect. This is very, very important. In every interview, people are asking this question. Okay, so how do you report a defect? Or this question is asking like this. The question is asking, if something went wrong at a particular step, what you will do? What I will do? I will report a defect. And how do you report a defect? You have to explain in the interview. So I will give short summary of the defect. Means title. When I am clicking on save, the candidate details are not saving and system is prompting contact system administrator. So that is the title information I can provide. Simple information. Don't write big paragraphs. Simple statement. By going through that simple line, developer or anyone, they need to understand what is that issue, where it is occurring. Simple line we have to write it. And issue description. Here you can write the detailed information. When I enter navigated to admin recruitment module, so you can write some paragraph information. Steps to reproduce. So in step 1, what you did, you navigated to login page, and step 2, you navigated to admin recruitment module, and step 3, okay. In step 3, what we did, I entered all below details and clicked on save, and so step 3 up to step 3, you have to mention all the details. And step 4, actual result, whatever is happened, you are writing. expected result, what you are expecting at that particular step, you have to write it. And test environment details, which of the application URL and what is the user ID details you had used. So you have to mention, and whichever record details that you are selecting. Suppose application initiated Ravi application initiated. So mention that one clearly. If it is account number, you can mention Ravi application initiated record I selected. So by going through the record test data, they can understand, oh, the user had selected application initiated. If there is any account number, customer number, just mention that one, account number, which of the account number you are clicking. So what is the test data you had used? So you can mention. And priority and severity, what is this thing? I will tell you in tomorrow's class. And assign to, so which developer we are assigning. Status, by default, whenever you log, status is a drop down. Status is a drop down. It contains some list of values. In that one, you have to select, while logging a new defect, you have to select status as new. And project, under which project, what is your project you are working? There are so many projects, it will be there. So what is your current project? Select that one. And test phase, generally we will give FAT, functional acceptance testing, SIT, FAT, UAT. What is these things? I will tell you tomorrow. So you have to provide all this information, and whatever Word document that you have created, system is prompting that snapshot, that Word document also, so there is a browse button. There is a browse button. So you have to attach the test evidence. Test evidence. And click on, finally there will be a submit button. Okay, so you have, so how do you report a defect? 100% interview questions. So they are asking, we have to provide short summary of the defect, and we have to provide issue description. We have to provide steps to reproduce. We have to provide actual result, what is happening in the system for that particular step, and expected result, and tested data, priority, severity, to whom we need to assign the defect, means which of the developer, and status. If status is a drop down, it contains some list of drop down values. We have to select status as new, and project name, and test phase, SIT or FAT or UAT. We have to select FAT, and browse. We need to browse the test evidence, whatever Word document it has been captured, and click on submit. So the moment when you will click on submit, that 1108 record defect details will be created in the list view. List view, it contains some list of defect numbers. So that defect number we had populated here previously. That defect number we had populated. So if something went wrong, immediately you need to navigate to either HP, ALM or Jira to click on defects tab, click on new defect. So the moment when you will click on new defect, these are the columns it will be displayed in the system. Is it? So these are the columns will be prompted whenever you are clicking on a new defect. 100% interview question. How do you, so if something went wrong at a particular step, what you will do? You identified an issue, what you will do? So many people, they will tell this answer, I will log the defect. Who has to tell all the remaining information? We only. I will log the defect, and I will provide all the defect details, includes title, issue description, steps to reproduce, expected result, actual result, test data, priority, severity, to whom we need to assign the defect, under which project, and what is the test phase, and I will also attach the test evidence, and I will click on the submit. That defect ID I will populate again as the failed step. Okay, so this much information you have to tell. I love the defect. So many people in the American people, they will tell this answer. You have to complete all this information. Okay, if something went wrong, what you will do means I will report the defect which includes all this information, and I will update the defect ID again as the failed test case. Okay, so tomorrow we can continue. Tomorrow we can continue on about priority and severity. Okay.
Defect life cycle.
Tomorrow we will continue on priority, severity, and defect life cycle. So tomorrow completely we are focusing on only on defect. Okay. So tester means your job is you are passing all the steps. Who will pay the amount? If you are founding an issue, then your importance will come to know all the team. If everybody is passing all the test case steps, your job is some functionality was failed and I had reported issue. So development team, we are giving some work to development team. Let's fix that issue. So your job is the intention of the tester is you have to identify the defect in the system. Something is not working. Okay. So you need to identify that issues and you have to report it so that so the quality of the testing, quality of the application will be very good. Okay. If you are blindly, you are not application I clicked on application initiated. I clicked on save button, but I haven't verified whether the record has been changed to application initiated or not. Something it's updating, but your step in the Excel sheet, you marked it as passed. So you did a mistake. So that issue will be caught in production. Once this application will go into live, whenever the actual users are using the application, they will caught it very easily. Because and they will keep you in front of everyone. You are the how this functionality is passed. Let me show you the test evidence. The client will come and ask you, and they will give you a roundup against you. So the business analyst, designer, developer, tester, project manager, everybody will point out test only. How this test case passed. Show me the test evidence in your test evidence where the application initiated status record. They will ask you. So we should be very careful. Suppose if you are doing some small mistake at roundup value 0.50, it has to come. But it is showing 0.47 only. As per the functionality, the roundup value, if it is beyond 45, 46, 47, it has to round up 0.50. That is the function. But let's let you 40 exactly it is calculating as per your understanding. But at that point it is clearly given in the BRD document. The roundup value it has to be calculated perfect. That is not mistake for one user. It will be affected thousands of crores and revenue will be affected for the organization. It's not a simple issue missed by your side. It's a huge mistake from organization point of view. So whenever you are testing, each and every expected result on the step is very important. If something you missed, you are in the center of the point. Everybody will come, they will take you to a conference room. They will ask you, show me the test evidence. Sir, I missed it, sir. So many people will tell this answer. I missed it, sir. I didn't observe by that time. These kind of things, they won't excuse. Simply you will be removed from the project or you will be terminated from the company itself. Okay, tester means he is the ultimate, he is the end point to view the quality for the client. That's why they are hiring you. Your job is identify the defects. That's it. Anybody can pass it. Who will break the system? Who will identify the defects? That guy will be highlighted in all project calls and everywhere. Got it? That's it. My experience, I will tell you. When I am testing the application, in Tech Mahindra, okay, there is a one big workflow diagram is there. That workflow diagram, there is a big chart. I kept it to my pillar. There is one pillar behind me, and just simply I will go through this pillar. Oh, at this particular step, the calculation it has to be done like this. So whatever things I am doing, that calculation parts is correctly doing or not, I am taking a calculator and I am doing separately. If the system is correctly generating or not. Okay. Developers, they won't check all these functionalities. Okay, but I have to test it. If something went wrong in that workflow diagram in the calculation, everybody will come and ask me. Okay, I have to be very careful. So if Sudhakar is said yes, that means that the entire workflow diagram is perfectly working. That's it. If Sudhakar is saying no, that means something went wrong and developers will they will get scared. What he had identified that issue. Okay. So that much of confidence, it will come only by tester. Developer, they will write some blind code. Tester has to identify the issues. Okay. The main intention of the tester always identifying the defects in the system. Okay. So tomorrow's topic is defects. It will be very interesting. So we will continue defects topic by tomorrow. Okay, that's it for today's class, guys. Thank you, everyone.
Sir, just share the document, sir.
Yeah, I will upload it, the test document and everything I will upload it by today.